Well. Welcome to SKST Radio. You're tuned in to the Grayson Show. And I have a new friend that I just met, Mr. Omar Wilson. Welcome to the show.
Boss lady, what's cracking? I have finally arrived.
Yes, you have. Well, I've been posting and everything. I can't wait to get this man on the show. He's singing my song.
Just believe it. Well, that is my job. You know what I'm saying? And it's an honor to have that job, this voice, and this direction in R&B and soul music. So thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, Mr. Wilson. My family's last name is Wilson, so you might be related going down the road somewhere from Dallas, Texas. So just
I would love that
out there. You know,
I haven't been to a family reunion in about 30 years, so that could definitely be true. I need to do the Rosetta. I mean, what is it? What's the when you track your history?
Oh yeah, I know that history thing. Yeah,
history thing. Yeah. It's language.
So anyway, let the world know who you are and what you're all about. How did you get started?
Well, my name is Omar Wilson. They call me the Black Sinatra. I'm a singer, songwriter, and true live performer. You know what I mean? And started out singing at 6 years old in the church. I sung my first solo at 7. That's when I really got the full experience of what music can do to a person, just as far as enlightening or inspiring or just making them feel good for the moment or giving them something to look forward to, a bright spot to look forward to. And it's been a journey and a understanding of who I am ever since. From like 6 to 15, I did the choir thing, and you know, that was my training ground. And then after that, I embarked on becoming the man I am today. It's definitely been a long, hard journey, but I wouldn't change any bit of it.
Wow. Well, so you started off in church, is that correct?
I did. What was crazy is what the story was. I was so energetic as a young kid that my aunt was tired of babysitting me, and and they took me to a couple of doctors, and the doctors wanted to like sedate me, like Ritalin or something like that. I guess I was that out of pocket, but in a good way. Not it's like he wasn't like devilish. He was just, you had to keep your eye on me at all times. So my mom put me in church instead of medicating me, and that's what sparked it off, man. That's where it begun. And then at 7, there was a song that I liked. It was "Running Back to You" from Commission. And 7 years old is when I sung my first solo, and that was like the beginning spark to let me know not only how it made me feel, but how music makes other people feel.
Wonderful. So, okay. So, you know, you have that voice. You have that voice. Who is your inspiration?
Okay. In the beginning, my inspiration was life. It was my own story. It was seeing people going through things until I was blessed to be a part of the Apollo experience. I was on the Apollo and ended up winning. And then from getting that history lesson, I learned the importance of my voice, what it entails, and why me singing love songs is so important. And especially because right now we're in a span of time where there really is no strong lion alpha male voice out there. There's no Teddy Pendergrass.
Right.
There's no David Ruffin. There's no Gerald Levert. Salute and blessings to Eddie. You know, may he get well very soon. But to be blessed with a voice that is not only unique but rare, I had to go on the path of embarking, of understanding my path and learning the history of the legends that came before me that wielded the same voice. And so it's been an amazing journey not only learning my importance, but also the understanding of why I need to do what I'm doing now, right now.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So what is your support system like with your family and friends?
Oh, my mother, my mother has always been, my main support system. Of course, my father, he passed a couple years back, but he's always been in my corner, and thank you, I appreciate you. And he just, showing me how to be a resilient man. But my mother always, well, first of all, she's the one who put me in church instead
Yeah.
of, doing what God has said. So, yeah, I could have been in a cubicle right now somewhere just
Yeah.
thinking,
Right.
if it wasn't for that. But so thank God for her, finding an alternative other than, what they were saying. But even through all the years, the ups and downs, and, deals not going well, and, people turning their back on me, and, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything else
Yeah.
that came with it, she's always been right there. So support system has always been my mother. There's a couple other core individuals that have been there, but the one thing other than my mother, and of course God first,
Of
is
course.
self-love. Is my belief in self. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Because you could have all the friends on the planet, but if you don't believe in you, it don't matter who believes in you.
Right. Right.
So I think that was one of my biggest journeys in attributes, is learning how to love myself through this journey, and knowing that days like this will come.
Yeah. Yeah. Knowing your worth. Absolutely. Absolutely. So have COVID affected your ability to grow and get your music out there?
Inadvertently, COVID actually was the catalyst that allowed me the ability to bring my version of Secret Garden to fruition. So Secret Garden is the first single off of my new album, Omar Wilson Sings the Classics, that we will be putting out soon.
Okay.
And Lady is the current installment off of that album. So if it was not for the pandemic, Sean Stockman, Cisco, Ryan Devon probably would have been in their own spaces doing their own thing like normal. But
Right.
it allowed me to be able to have a moment in time, because everybody was kind of sitting to make that happen. And even though it was one of the most difficult things to accomplish, as well as the visual and the video, because the video really was shot in probably the most heightened time of the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's only God that allowed that to come together and happen, and it's such a blessing that it did. But yeah, so I mean, I'm not thankful for the pandemic, but
Yeah.
just answering that question, that was part of the reason for the world finally starting to know who Omar Wilson is.
Wow. So it kind of helped catapult everything and put it all in the right direction.
Oh,
But
definitely.
it helped a whole lot of people, even during the podcasting. I came from Blog Talk Radio years ago.
Wow.
And
Okay, I remember that. Yeah.
I'm stuck at home, and I'm like, well, a friend said, well, Cammie, you used to do radio all the time. Why don't you just start your podcast back? And
Wow.
I listened, and this is our second season.
Wow.
It's our
God
second
bless. God
season.
bless.
Thank
Well,
you. Thank
you have a great voice. You would think this is, this is what you do. You know what I'm saying? All
It's
the
what I
time.
love doing. So I have an expensive hobby, put it that way.
Hey, man. Hey,
Very
man.
expensive hobby.
Expensive
So
hobby, come expensive careers. That's all.
there you go. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
So now we've talked about the song. I absolutely love the song. Do
Thank you
you
very much.
mind if we play the song?
Oh, it would be my honor, my blessing, and my pleasure for you to play the song. I recorded the song. I gave my all to the song so the world, the universe can hear it. So, yes, please.
Here we go.
And forever, let me wait to see you each and every morning. Let me hear you whisper softly in my ear. But in my eyes, you. There's no other.
Oh, I can see some babies being made this winter.
You best believe it. You best believe it. Oh, that's why I need to start performing in live. So we can start that process now. Yeah.
Cause right here beside me, oh, that's where I want you to be, forever and ever. Cause my love, oh, love, there's something I want you to know. There's something I gotta let you know, that you're the love.
Man, that's
Perfect.
awesome.
I appreciate that.
Love it.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
That's
Thank
one
you.
that I could put on loop and just play over and over and over again.
I appreciate that. It's
So
crazy.
how did you,
That's the soundtrack to my life. It's certain songs that just repeat and repeat and
yeah.
repeat, man.
So doing this song here, what made you pick that particular song?
It was a couple reasons. Well, first, the song was performed by Kenny Rogers originally,
Mm-hmm.
and was written by Lionel Richie. And the first time I experienced the record, I saw Teddy Pendergrass's rendition of it. Now, Teddy performed it live. They filmed him performing it live, but he never recorded it in the studio.
Okay.
And his version was so captivating. Number one. Two, it was another one of those records that, if not done right, could destroy someone's career.
Right.
And I've had so much adversity in my journey to superstardom, with kind of being like hidden and pushed under the rug or hidden behind the curtain.
Right.
So I said, I have to do something that once and for all will allow me to never be hidden again, and allow my talent to shine the way it should have been, I believe, years ago.
Right.
So
Right.
every record on this new album, Omar Wilson Sings the Classics, is a legendary record. And it's one of those songs that, like I said, if not done correctly, it could be detrimental.
Right.
And with great risk, great reward. So accomplishing these goals, having someone of your professional caliber giving me the understanding that I not only did the record correctly, but I embodied it the way where it will still live forever. It's just as a testament to what I wanted to do, which was give my all and show the world that, and like any other A-list artist, I deserve to be right next to them.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell people how they can get your music.
Well, music is, I'm on every streaming platform out there. I'm available on every streaming platform. Just Google Omar Wilson. My website, owilson.com, is available. Also my social media outlets with Instagram is Omar Wilson 1. Facebook and Twitter is Omar Wilson. And TikTok is Omar Wilson, Black Sinatra, one word. Even though I don't do no dancing none of that, I just, man. Gotta have all.
Cool.
I need love from everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Sometimes TikTok works.
No, bro. I mean, all
Yeah.
promotion is good promotion, boss lady. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
absolutely.
one is you never know where you'll be heard. Plus, I want to reach all platforms, all demographics, all walks of life, because I know that, and I believe that my music, it speaks to everyone there. Whether you are 2 or 200, you have a soul in your body, you have a spirit that you need to be touched. So that's what I do. I speak to the souls and the spirit of people. So I try to touch every outlet as possible. So those are the ways you can get in touch with Omar Wilson and find my music.
Nice. I like that you have a humble spirit. That will take you a long way. It will
I
take you a long
appreciate
way.
that. Well, you know what? It's been a long journey, boss lady. I think the humility comes along with the journey. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That so much that I have endured to have a conversation like this. So I'm just blessed to have it and to show why I deserve to be on top.
Well, you're awesome. You're awesome. So now let me ask you this. What's next? What's next in the journey? So you have this new album coming out. Do they still call them album? They still call them albums,
Uh,
don't they?
okay, current album that I have out is called Living Legend. The
Okay.
new album, Omar Wilson Sings the Classics, is we're still in the process of figuring out when the album will debut. The first single was Secret Garden. The second single was Bobby Womack's If You Think You're Lonely.
Mm-hmm.
And now Lady. We might put out one more single before the album is out. I'm currently on tour with Boys to Men. I'll be with them. I believe our first day is the 26th, and that is at in Long Island. But that's on my website and on my Instagram as well. Oh, I'm in. I will be in South Carolina with the big homie Rakim, the God Rakim. I'm performing at the Wilson Center out there in Wilmington, South Carolina. So check me out on the 17th for that. I mean, at the top of the year, sky's the limit, man. You know,
There you go.
tours, performing, acting, modeling, whatever God will allow me to do. You know,
I
coming
love
to
it.
Virginia to kick it with you.
That's
all,
right.
you know,
Come on.
I'm doing it all. It's all in the schedule.
That's right. That's right. So give people, if you have any nuggets of wisdom that you can give to someone who's trying to be right where you are right now, what would you tell them?
Love yourself. Understand that the adversity is the key to your success. It's the key to your greatness, unlocking who you really are. And if not for the adversities, how will you know who you really are?
Yeah.
Believe that you will be great and other people will.
Nice. I love it. I love it. Wow. I'm telling you, you're on the road. You making it happen. And you got cool things going on. You got tours. I mean, what's next? What's left?
Man, touching that first mill, you know what I'm saying? Touching that first mill and getting that thrill off of touching that first mill. That's what's next. That's what's next, baby. Then maybe I can take you out and have a drink. We can toast to it.
That sounds good. Don't forget us little people when you up there.
I see that's the whole thing. I am little people. My job is to show everyone out there on this planet. We're all stars. It's just that you have to have the audacity, the belief, the love of yourself, and the love for God to say, I'm going to shine mine bright. I just happen to be hard-headed enough to not give up. That's the only thing that be different than anybody out there. You know what I'm saying?
And you're not sedated. Can't forget that. You know? Okay. Well, Mr. Wilson, thank you so much for being on the show. I mean, I would like to invite you back whenever you feel that you need to share. Hey, we're here for you. That's what we do.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so share. And I think we already friends on Instagram.
Yeah.
So share, send people up to our YouTube so they can go back and see the show, and just let us know if you need anything. We're here for you.
Definitely, and we should be shooting a video for Lady and Turn Off the Lights real soon. So definitely get ready for that. You know, start up the year right and get a lady something to smile about.
Sounds good. Okay, guys, this is it. Mr. Omar Wilson, thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate you. And we'll see you again soon. Thank you so much. Okay,
I'll see you in Virginia Beach.
That's right. We're waiting on you. We got the surfboard ready. Surfboard.
Man, as long as there's not no cameras while I'm surfing, I'm good.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Baby. Blessings.